Uranus is going to be moving through the late degrees of Taurus until April 2026. And as Uranus in Taurus passes across 27 and 28 degrees, it's going to activate more of the Pleiadian energies that are streaming onto the planet, expanding our consciousness and helping humanity evolve. So I want to highlight some of the themes here through this very specific lens of Pleiadian energies with the intention of it assisting and affirming those of you who resonate with Pleiadian frequencies. Now, Uranus takes 84 years to travel around the full zodiac wheel. And so Uranus has not been here at the late degrees of Taurus for 84 years. And this makes it typically a once in a lifetime transit for most people. So as Uranus makes it to 27 and 28 degrees of Taurus, the energy opens up, expands, disrupts, liberates, and awakens more of our awareness to connect with Pleiadian consciousness. And so how this can show up can be quite fascinating. Perhaps you've already been feeling it or sensing it, as Uranus did get to 27 degrees of Taurus in 2024, but will be returning here in 2025 and 2026. So what you could be feeling that relates specifically to the Pleiadian frequencies is the need to accelerate your mission in this lifetime. A sense of, I've got to get this done. I've got to move this forward. I need the change. I need the energies to propel me. And Uranus is a very fast-moving electrical charge. It is about things happening in the quantum field and opening up more of our quantum consciousness. And so as part of this activation, you can not only feel the impatience and the desire for acceleration related to your specific work and mission in this life, but you could have some kind of quantum remembrance, quantum downloads, those sudden jolts of understanding around what you need to do, what matters to you, what's essential in this lifetime. So this is going to be an energy that activates any of you who have planets or points at 27 and 28 degrees of Taurus, but I feel that it's also working in the collective. Now, on that note, Uranus is about collective changes. And in Taurus, it's brought up our value changes, what we as a collective of humanity value, need, want. Uranus in Taurus has been giving us contrasts in what is important and what is not, bringing our attention to where fast-moving change is happening that could give you that sudden breakthrough of, this is what I want, this is what matters to me, and everything else or other things fall away. So there's a sense here that our collective values are evolving. And I am feeling this embedded in the earth, where there are, it looks like these new memories arising from within the depths of Gaia. I'm seeing a time capsule, but I'm seeing a time capsule as a crystal, because the crystals that are deep in the earth hold codes, hold energy signatures, light codes, and memories. I'm feeling like there's a deeper connection here to earth consciousness, earth-based memories of experiences you've had on the planet in other lifetimes, and even in other frequencies, because I'm seeing this as a very like a very transparent being, what we would describe as 5D or 7D, where you could have some remembrances of being on the planet in another frequency. And the work you did on the planet while you were in that frequency. And I'm seeing it as this really fascinating timeline shift where your consciousness could have been behind the veil and not visible in the 3D. So for example, you go to a certain city, town, location that you haven't lived in this lifetime, but you just feel this energy expanding and opening up around you, within you. And you're sensing that you've been here before, even if you can't recall exactly what you did or who you were. And it might not feel like you were fully grounded, but you were here embodying another frequency, doing work on Earth for Gaia, for the planet, but basically not in full human form. That's part of what can be activated with strong Pleiadian energies, because the Pleiadian frequencies are higher than the 3D. You could have those remembrance of, I wasn't fully human, but I was here in this location or on a certain mission, doing some important work. And then you might be surprised at what starts to stream through, especially in your dream state, meditations, however you connect and receive messages. You might start having more of that knowingness that has been difficult to explain. But when Pleiadian frequencies are activated, there is a new stream of consciousness that opens up. And as I'm seeing this, I'm seeing the blockages to that stream of consciousness. And so I'm seeing that part of what is awakening and being disrupted here with Uranus specifically is that because it's working in the earth sign of Taurus, nature, the planet, the beautiful, I'm just thinking about all the trees, the flowers, the soil, the beaches, all the elements that exist on Gaia. You could be directed to some areas of the planet, whether it's far-reaching or locally, to heal any trauma or lower frequency energy that has occurred there. Because I'm seeing this as nature holding certain frequencies that haven't been fully released or healed. And I'm seeing this energy as like you can feel like you're called to a beach, a stream, the forest, wherever it may be. And it's you walking through with loving kindness. It's you and your intentionality that is being brought to that area to do energy work for the planet that you're not even conscious of or aware of. Or you're fully aware of it, you're fully conscious of it, and you're seeing that you are healing. It's like it's been locked in, or it just hasn't been freed from the collective earth grid. These would also be Pleiadian healing frequencies, especially in Taurus. And I'm feeling like it's about bringing in that peacefulness, the harmony, the calm, the safety, that there can be consciousness on the land, and the land hasn't felt safe because of whatever unfolded there or whatever imprints and energies were left there. So that could be something that opens up, especially again into early 2026. I'm also feeling that Uranus, because it's a catalyst and a disruptor, it awakens. We are becoming more aware of our need for light, sunlight, and how it impacts our DNA, as well as our cells. And I'm seeing it as this, it's like the neurological programming that we're ready to light up and take to the next level. So the need for sunlight, to be receiving it, to feel the warmth, the clarity, the purity, especially a brand new light codes fresh from the sun. There's something here that's working with us more powerfully, especially with that Uranus activator, that activator energy. I don't know, I was just looking at, well, is it only when Uranus is conjunct the sun in Taurus? And it's like, no, it's like bouncing around, and it's activating us. So the light stream and the light rays are bouncing around, activating us, and there's more intensity with this Uranus in Taurus energy. I'm also feeling that part of this phase is deeper ancestral clearing. And I'm seeing it physically. I'm seeing it actually in the earth. I'm seeing a house right now, a house that has been holding the energy of family dynamics. I'm just seeing 2 generations back. So basically recently. But then I'm feeling like if you're called to a childhood location or a city or country that your relatives are from, or that your ancestors lived in or traveled through, we can intentionally do ancestral clearing with these big Pleiadian frequencies. And as I say that, I'm now seeing a tree, and the roots of the tree going obviously very down into the earth, going very far down into the earth. And you know how the roots of trees create a network of energy, especially in a forest? I'm seeing that literally as one way to heal any collective trauma or imprints in the earth, but I'm also seeing that as a visual for how to heal the ancestral lineage. And they're showing me this just through visualizing it, for you to visualize it. And they're showing it to me as seeing yourself, perhaps your family, whatever calls to you, however you feel the energy, as that very strong tree with roots that go down, and then look at where the roots go, like where they roam or where they flow to. Because now for someone, I'm seeing it goes to an island. Like you're just following intuitively the energy of the tree roots, and it goes to an island, which isn't logical when you think about Earth, but that's what I mean. Like just trust where the energy goes. Like if it goes to an island or another continent, Maybe it just goes to the next town over. But I'm seeing this as a beautiful, I'm seeing a lot of green in this, which is the heart clearing, the love, and an acceptance and compassion energy that is being transmuted through the root network. Wow. For some people, I'm feeling like 8 generations, 12 generations. It feels really intense. So if this calls to you, perhaps this is something to just trust and do a visualization on. I'm also feeling that this energy moves really fast. So like I see this tree, the roots of the tree, and then it's like a lightning quick green light that moves through. And it just clears things rapidly. So trust what you're feeling. And if you're feeling a different color, maybe you're feeling a yellow or a blue or red or orange, whatever it may be. Trust whatever you're getting around this, because this is one way of using our energy and intentionality to shift the planet, to change the planet. And that's part of Uranus and Taurus. And so this makes it personal, your personal roots, your family tree, your family root system, clearing that out. You could also find that you're being drawn to more earth grid work, that you're just needing to go someplace and be there and do a meditation or a ritual ceremony, whatever the case may be. Oh, they're showing me that this actually works really well when it's with a full moon. When you're harnessing the energy of the full moon, as you're doing any earth grid work or earth grid clearing, that the energy of the full moon is really supporting that deep cleanse. Essentially what they're showing me with this Uranus and Taurus energy is that we are meant to disrupt and cleanse out what has been stuck and stagnant on the planet. They're showing me centuries, because at first I was like, oh, like the past 84 years. And they're like, no, it's much longer than that, because your consciousness wasn't at the place of understanding this 84 years ago, at least not collectively. So the collective consciousness has reached the point that thousands of us, millions of us doing this work really impacts it, really impacts the planet, and is clearing out a lot more than we could even understand. And they're saying, don't even worry about understanding it. That's not the point. The point isn't to even have the details or the specifics. The point is to use these incoming higher frequencies to improve the planet, improve your family and your sense of safety and stability during uncertain times, and to own your higher consciousness that is completely capable of doing this energy work. I'm just checking in. Okay, I think that's all I've got for now. I mean, when the energy is intense, I feel it. So I feel it really strongly here in my third eye. I'm feeling it in my crown chakra very powerfully. I'm checking to see if there's anything else. Just the importance of continuing to ground ourselves and to touch soil and rocks and trees as needed. Walking barefoot as needed. Okay, well, Uranus and Taurus until April 2026. Yes, Uranus will go into Gemini and then return to Taurus in late 2025. But there's important work to be done here. And so if you're feeling this, I certainly hope this resonates for you. I hope this is helping you with anything that's coming up for you. And I will be back. Sorry. I will be back with another video. It's funny because they're like, we got a lot more to say about Uranus and Gemini. I'm like, okay, we'll do another video on Uranus and Gemini. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll be back here soon.